This video is made possible by the following sponsors. Make sure to check out their products as well as the rest of my gear in the description below. Hey guys, my god, I wish my father took me karting when I was younger so I had a chance of being a racing driver boy here. And welcome back to Project Cars 2 for another video. As any real life endurance fan will know, the real life Daytona 24 hours is just around the corner. Even I'm taking part in a real fake 24 hours of Daytona a bit later on this week in iRacing. But before I get to practicing and really getting my hardcore go as fast as I can hat on, I wanted to immerse myself in Daytona, and there's no better game for immersion than Project Cars 2. And given that this is sim racing, I can pretty much drive in any time period that I like, frankly, I've chosen to go back to the start of the 90s. Specifically, I'm going to be driving the 1990 race-winning Castrol Jag Racing XJR9 V12 Fury, baby. The race is going to be a timed race at 20 minutes long, with time acceleration turned on to times 60, which means that 1 minute in real life equates to 60 minutes or an hour in game. And of course, to put the cherry on top of this already awesome sounding experience, I'm going to be doing the whole thing in VR and really properly immersing myself in what it is to race at Daytona. So here we are then, rolling start at Daytona in my Jaguar XJR9 in the Castrol livery. This thing won back in 1990. Let's try and do it again. There is the green light and away we go then for 20 minutes here at Daytona. Very clumsy start as always in enduro racing. You're trying to find the mix between, wow! I was going to say trying to find the mix between being aggressive and trying to preserve yourself, but that guy had no self-preservation in mind whatsoever. Through the S for the first time, everyone's very clumsy through here. Slow car on the right. Now coming down to the horseshoe, down to second gear, of course, using full heel and toe. Check the mirrors on the right and grab a quick peek to the right as well, make sure no one's there. And now on power, up into third gear, coming up to the kink for the first time. It's going to be too wide on the way through. I'm going to back out of that. Whoa, go on the outside, doesn't there? Still fighting in front, side by side, coming into the tight right-hander, always tighter than you think it is. Try and work around the outside. Tyres are cold right now, so big slide there coming out of the hairpin. Now for one of the most tricky corners on the circuit, coming onto the banking. We'll try and roll the car through, get on the power nice and early, but be careful because cold tyres, you can see the back end squirming. And now we get to unleash 750 horsepower, 7-litre V12 engine chiming away behind us. Up into fourth gear, then we go into fifth. We're doing about 200 miles per hour right now. Coming down to the bus stop for the first time. Again, going to be a little bit easy through here. It's our first time through. I say that, nearly runs to the back of the Merc in front. Going to go back down into second gear just to make sure we get through okay. And now back onto the banking. Great acceleration from this thing. Managing to outclass the Sauber there behind us. Again, ducking into the slipstream. Car is geared nice and long, running minimal downforce, so we're getting up to about 220 miles per hour with a slipstream by the time we get down to T1, which means nice early braking just to make sure we don't get biffed. And I still lock up, I still make the mistake. Brakes are cold there. Need to wait a couple laps before I can do that. And that is one lap completed, quite a few to go, and already you can see the sun moving in the sky. There's 60 times time acceleration, really making this a very short race feel a lot longer than it is. I'm just checking my mirrors there, make sure it's not a car to the left. Sometimes the AI like to go there. Fourth gear through the kink, I can go flat through there if I don't take the curb. Oh, a bit late on the brakes there. Oh, very late on the brakes. Managed to stay on the circuit though. Come on, Jimmy. Being a bit too enthusiastic. Well, talking of enthusiasm, there goes that Sauber there. Very much an opportunistic person, it seems. First gear. I'm always slow onto the banking compared to the AI, and now you can see the sun, the shadows really starting to get long as the sun gets lower and lower in the sky. Just checking my inside mirror there to make sure there's no one there. And look at that, look at the glow of the sun there as it starts turning a little bit pink. This game is absolutely beautiful, it really is. I've got goosebumps right now. How cool is this? Oh man, I know I'm not here, but right now I am driving this XJR9. Look at that sun. And that's the last we'll see of it. Headlights on as we go into darkness now at Daytona. All of this achieved within about 5 minutes of the race starting. I love time acceleration. Oh, and now, how are the brakes this time? A bit better. Of course, in real life, I'd be being a lot smoother on this car. Probably not shifting as late. This being a 24-hour race, you have to try and preserve your parts mechanically. Of course, in real life and sim racing, it isn't that much of a concern, luckily, especially for me. I'm notoriously hard on cars when I drive them. But wow, look at that! Look at that scene! Now I know sometimes I hate on Project Cars. There are some cars in Project Cars 2 that feel terrible in my mind. They feel like they've been rushed and they don't feel right. This car is not one of them. People always ask me, Jimmy, what's your favourite sim? And I always say, well, I have different sims for different things. iRacing for online, R-Factor 2 for ultimate physical and force feedback. Hands down, Project Cars 2 always wins the immersion. This is absolutely fantastic. Fifth again. Right, let's try and reel in the guy in front. I know I'm pretty quick coming in or coming out the bus stop compared to the AI, so that's where I have to attack. Left foot braking through there, just get the car in. And now back into that slipstream. This is where we really get up to speed now in this car. If memory serves, it's actually a Jaguar 1.2 back in 1990. I think they finished very close to each other. I think they're on the same lap, in fact. Wow, very slow Porsche there. That's one. I think that's a Newman Porsche. Try and go around the outside of this saddle, but I know the AI couldn't see one. That's far too late on the brakes. Far too late. Luckily, there's a lot of runoff there. Oh, Jimmy, what you doing, mate? Whoa, don't put it in the wall. Don't put it in the wall. Just goes to show you how easy it is to make a mistake around here, especially when you start getting a little bit too enthusiastic. And when you have a slipstream as well, you forget you're carrying an extra 10-15 miles per hour sometimes coming down into T1. And it can be a scary moment like that one for sure. Luckily we kept it out of the wall. There is damage on, and fuel consumption and tyre wear on there. I've really gone. Usually I just turn those things off, these AI races, and don't think about it. Look at the stadium all lit up there. Oh man, this is so cool. I love it. But as I was saying, sorry, before I fangirled for a second, that usually I just have all those things turned off just to make sure I can get round in one piece. But I really wanted to experience what it is to drive an Enduro around here, which means being careful, trying not to hit things, and trying to preserve the engine somewhat. Although I'm not really doing a good job of that right now. Again, I'm having such bad fogging in the Oculus. I'm having a real tough time seeing where this bus stop is. Luckily, I can just about see the cars in front of me. Now, something that I'm not sure if we're going to come across or not in this race is the GTO class. They are in this class. There's another 16 cars or so outside of the Group C class, which I'm in right now. And there's a very big possibility we're going to catch the slower cars, which could make for some fun racing. I'm going to see if I can quickly just give this a wipe on the straight. Bit better, I can see a bit more now, that's good. Right, let's brake earlier now, Jimmy. Much earlier on the brakes there, taking a much tighter line to make sure that AI doesn't think about sending one up the inside, and still sideways there. Those 750 horses cannot be tamed. You just learn to avoid their anger. Saying that, first gear out of there, it's never going. Look at all those lights inside of the circuit, those details. Can you imagine doing this in real life? Can you imagine the honour of driving around Daytona for 24 hours? I can't. But this helps me try. A little bit aggressive on the tyres, so they can hear them squealing. I think we're about 10th or 11th position right now in class, which isn't ideal, but honestly I don't care. I'm just enjoying myself at the moment. Easy on the way out. Now we'll be getting through the night fairly quickly. We are essentially experiencing 20 hours of in-game time in this race. So in not too long, things are going to start getting a bit lighter as I have to adjust my headset once more. I really need to find a better solution for that than poking my finger in there. That's what she said. Easy on the power, nice. No, the thing is, third gear is just a hair too long through there to go through there in third and get a good speed on the way out. But frankly, it's safer, so I don't really mind too much. Again, look at this, the bumps in VR. And then suddenly things become clear as you come off the banking. Getting up to the 7,000 RPM in fifth gear. That is 220 miles per hour or so in this car. I'm not good in the brakes compared to these guys though, so I have to really be careful through there. AI set to 110% difficulty. And they're providing a fantastic challenge for me right now. They really are. I'm going to try second gear for the horseshoe this time. Just trying to anger the gods of the first gear. There you go, traction out there is fantastic. It really is. How's the fuel looking? I think I've overfueled. We've used about 15 litres so far of the 6 I put in at the start. The only things that I've really done setup-wise is just make sure the gearing is right and got the aero to a point where I'm enjoying it. Otherwise, I'm pretty much using the loose baseline setup. It doesn't feel loose, it feels fantastic. This car very much captures what it is to drive a Group C car. The grip isn't unlimited, but the power is. Up to 4th again. This is where the XJR9 comes into its own. 7-litre V12 engine. I just love listening to it behind me. Of course, it's all just simulated in the headset, but I'll take that. Oh god, got on the curb a bit too much there. No choice but to take second. That would have hurt the engine in real life, but who cares? This ain't real life. I'm having so much fun. I can't tell you right now. Come on. 5th gear. Come on, Jag. Best of British, baby. Up the inside. I'm going to get so early on the brakes. I can't hold that line. And the guy in front pulls in front and brakes in front of me. I can't brake that late. But I've got the acceleration. He's still there. He's still there. I think he's still there. Just a quick look to the right. I think I've passed him. Nice. Just got him an acceleration there. Now we focus on, I think that's a 962 in front. It's very blurry in my headset, so I can't tell you what it is. I know the VR videos sometimes for you guys can be a little bit shaky. They can sometimes not be the best frame rate, and you don't quite get all the immersion because you aren't here. But my word, if you are fortunate enough to have a VR headset and you have Project Cars 2, you owe it to yourself to go and try this. You really do. Turn off the HUD, turn up the engine noises, and just bathe in the immersion this game has to offer. There's 5th gear. I'm not really sure where to brake. I can't see where I'm going, so I'm just pretty much guessing at this point. There you go. It's only out my left eye though. Okay, so what's that Porsche got in a straight line, I wonder? You ain't got nothing compared to me, baby! Ran the outside of one, dive to the inside of the other. Thank you very much. A bit of side-by-side contact, but it doesn't matter. We are through. Another place gained. Fuel draining away. We've got enough for the end, but just checking my mirrors. Quite know I'm early on the brakes here. Rather be safe than sorry, as we saw from my, I think, 2nd lap or 3rd lap where I just went off. Look at that Ferris wheel. I would love to do a proper full-scale enduro in one of these cars, even in Project Cars 2. It would just be so fantastic to do one of those. That's one of my all-out sim fantasies, and that sounds very weird to say out loud, but a proper historic style endurance event with Group C cars and the old GTs, having to look after the car. That is the shit I'm into, but no one offers that, and I don't think anyone wants to do it either. People like the idea of hot lapping. I don't know that. I could have sworn I saw the sky be a touch lighter this lap. Doesn't matter though, focusing on what's in front and not on the sky. I'm trying to anyway. Check my mirrors, I can see 3 sets of headlights back there. None of them close enough to make a move. Down to 3rd gear. I go from 5th to 3rd there. I find it easier than downshifting twice. Just save the gearbox a bit. Now we're nice and low here on the oval just to try and get up to the cars in front. Now will we start catching the GTOs soon, I wonder? Well, there we go, there's my answer. We're about to lap a back marker. So we are now starting to catch the slower cars. It's happening. I'm glad I set this race at 20 minutes. What is that? That's a Diablo. Why is that there? My immersion. Oh wow, talking of immersion, the sky starting to light up. Gonna try and get the inside of this Lambo. Not quite sure why he's there, bless him, but we'll give him a free pass. Obviously ain't going too well for him. And look at that. The inky blackness turns into a pale blue as the day starts to stir. Ah, these Lambos, you're ruining it. Lambos, you're ruining it. Get out. Why are you here? Whatever. We're past. And I think, I've not driven this far into the race yet in testing, but I think we're about to be treated to a show. You can see the oranges and the pink starting to emerge from the horizon. As we pass yet another pleb Lamborghini, he goes low, we'll go high. You can see to the right there, the sun's starting to rise. That was late on the brakes that time. Wow! Look at that! I've got the 7 minutes to go. Cool when we came across the line, so only a few more laps left. Definitely over fuel, but it doesn't matter too much. Rather safe than sorry. Wow, that is fantastic. I am speechless. Why don't I do this more? Anyway, this time we got our first almost period car. And there is the sun poking out from the trees and we are blinded by the light. Oh my word. Oh my. I am... This is special, this is. Still managing to keep my composure as we lap one of the F50s. Now there's a Trans Am car there which has gone wide onto the grass. And the whole stadium is now bathed in light and I feel warm. I feel warm inside the car. But there's sunlight on my skin. Sorry F40, there's something on the pedal there. What is that? Oh no, it's the foot cam. The foot cam's gone. Bring it back to me. That's what happens when you get into it and you forget your foot cams there. That's a real shame. I really want you guys to see the footwork for this video, but I guess that's going to be something that maybe comes by another day. Oh, big freeze there in the VR headset. Didn't like me adjusting things apparently, but we're still okay. See, these videos don't come without any sort of performance draw, but just like that we go from sunset today and not long left at all now. I think what happened there is my foot got caught on the wire for the webcam, unfortunately, so sorry about that guys, but I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to just sit here and enjoy this experience. You can probably even see my footwork down there. Okay, horseshoe. Hello, Mr. Trans Am again. I thought I could feel something on my foot. Checking the mirrors. Let's see if we can catch this guy before the end. We made up some good progress. Definitely not the fastest car on the circuit, but my word, what an experience. Not long left now. Last couple of attempts to make up some places as we work our way through the slower GTO field. Really balancing on the rear tyres out of there now. So here we are, slipstream of the car in front. What has this V12 got? What is that in front? Is that a 956? Whatever it is, it's damn quick in a straight line. I'm just keeping up with it, only in the slipstream. He's going to get the traffic before I do. Ah, no, 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 no. Pop through on the inside. Luckily, he didn't get too much of a good exit there. Now, here comes the traffic jam. We'll go right down low, take the slipstream of that 300 ZX, I think it is anyway. Oh, the car in front gets held up and so do I. Contact, contact, big contact. The car is damaged. The car is damaged. Not too long to go though. Oh, I'm really feeling that. We've lost some top speed. Come on, we've got to limp home to the finish now. Yeah, it's really broken. Come on. If I'm broken, the car in front will be too. 2 minutes remaining. Gotta just hold on. I can feel the car moving around in a very strange way indeed. And again, the AI car smashes into the back of that traffic. Come on, Jack. I know we're balked. He's in first gear now just to try and get some speed out the corner. I've got a feeling we're going to be a sitting duck on the straight. Using all the RPM I've got out of the way. Up to 4th gear. Oh, we're really struggling now. I can see the guy in front just driving away from me. Please give me some slipstream, car. Early downshifts now. It's just about getting to the end of the race. Another part of endurance racing. This is dealing with damage. Come on, give me a tow. Oh no, we've got to defend now. Give me a tow. I'm losing a lot of speed here. I'm down about 10 miles an hour, I think. Stop at 4th gear, not even making 5th anymore. Out of the way. I'm coming through. Hobbled this thing is. I can see the competitor in my mirror. Please say this is white flag. I don't think it is. Car's getting lighter, which is helping us go a bit quicker. The engine now starting to overheat as well. We've definitely damaged the radiator or something at the front. There's not much we can do now. It's everything or bust. The car's only got to last another lap. It can overheat for one of those. Wrestling with the car now as the tyre wear starts to come into play. I can barely get past this F40. But that means he won't be able to either. If I create a little traffic jam, where is the F40? There it is, starting to outpace me now actually on the straight. I'm going for the inside. Using traffic there to my advantage. But it's not going to help on the exit. He's already through. Taking the lowest line possible. Come on, Jag. Oh, my top speed's gone. This is why I turn off damage usually. There's nothing I can do to defend. I can hold him up the top there. Trying to hold him up the top. He's not overtaking. Oh, we made it. We made it to the line. And we ended up finishing in P6. A real shame because that could have been a lot better, I think. And sorry about the foot cam dying at the end there, guys. Well, even my normal camera died as well. Everything died there. See what happens when I pull the wire. Everything moved across a little bit. But I hope you enjoyed the video. And if anything, I think it might have even showed the brutality of driving this thing. A very physical experience, even in sim. But my, that was great fun. P6 at Daytona, experiencing the full day-night transition and getting to drive a Group C Jag there. It all just felt incredibly right. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, of course, hit subscribe to be notified of future videos. Massive, massive thank you to my patrons and to my sponsors. You guys, MVPs. Take care. Have an awesome day. See you next time.